on wasteland flooded by computing power. Humanity's core value is diluted as never before. Our once proud professional skills face AI-driven inflation, while rationality-based human worth is steadily eroded by digital clones. Our brains, those fiery neural furnaces, are cooling and solidifying because of our reliance on machines for answers. We are forced to consider what constitutes the strongest human defense that AI cannot overcome. The answer may lie in our own weakness. At execution level, we lose to machines due to our fragility and irrational decision-making. Therefore, I predicted the twilight of management. But when there is no retreat, these flaws become an insurmountable defense. Because of bodily fragility, humanity understands cost. Because of irrational decision-making, humanity can become great. At execution level, the defect is a bug, but at decision-making level, the defect might be a feature. The essence of AI is computation, while the essence of humans is strategic game theory. This is similar to Texas Hold'em. If the chips on the table are virtual, mathematicians can calculate probabilities. Once we're betting our lives, decisions become heavy. This weight stems from the irreversibility of our physical bodies. Wealth will vanish, reputations fall, lives end. But AI can restart endlessly. Failure is parameter tuning, and it cannot bear the human cost of bodily irreversibility. Cost is the bedrock of commerce. Whoever shoulders the irrevocable consequences earns a seat at the table. Let me clear a myth. Taking responsibility is not scapegoating, but claiming rights. It doesn't mean humans absorb the losses, while AI pockets the gains. On the contrary, responsibility is owning every ripple, scar, echo. Only those who bleed quietly and rise before dawn earn success. AI draws a fixed wage power, cooling, compute, while we, the owners, pocket the surplus. Profit, equity, upside. Pain is the ticket to gain. Rationality rules because AI's cold logic mines probability, history, data for the optimal solution. But AI's nature is convergence and risk avoidance. Flatten curves, erase noise, pull everything to the mean. On the scale of civilizational evolution, returning to the mean is mediocrity, never greatness. Imagine an AI advising Columbus in the 15th century. Using all available navigational data, it would have judged sailing west a dead end, and with perfect rationality, urged him to stay in port the locally optimal choice. AI would never tell Van Gogh to paint that warped, starry night. It broke every perspective rule. To its code, Columbus and Van Gogh are just noise, errors, outliers, to be optimized away. These rare outliers, misfits, dreamers, rebels, sparked every leap in civilization. We stand atop creation not because we're more rational than machines, but because we carry a sacred, defiant irrationality. We must correct a misconception. The irrationality we mean is neither ignorant, blind choice, nor coin flip surrender. A great choice is to believe in that 1% chance after every rational calculation is exhausted. Strategic adventure rooted in deep intuition, leap born of ripened experience. This proactive deviation from insight is carbon life's final spark. Reason grounds our existence, yet those seeming mad acts are civilization's windows. If humanity is fragile and shirks responsibility, fragility stays mere weakness. Only when we pay the price does fragility become a credit AI cannot create. Irrational deviations are mere noise unless we consciously choose them. Only then do they blossom into miracles that lie forever beyond AI's code calculations. Choice and responsibility are humanity's last defense. Business is the exchange of interests, so AI can never sit at the head table. Its endless lifespan prevents equal payment. Its flawless logic bars great mutation. AI is a boxer punching air. Without humans to choose, it merely dissipates heat, not work. Without humans to bear the burden and transfer value, it receives no feedback, no impact, no echo, no mark. Only with value feedback and a closed loop does AI shift from data processing to commercial value, establishing its significance. I choose, I bear the consequences, a passive shield against AI? At first glance, yes. Yet deeper, it is the path to the superindividual. Many wrongly think a superindividual is a polymath, violating nature for carbon life. Even Musk can't be a top rocket scientist, neuroscientist, and automotive engineer at once. But he is the ultimate lever of will, using his will and credit to gather humanity's best external brains to work for him. Musk does two things. He issues impossible, horizon-bending prompts and owns every failure, every backlash, every dollar burned. That's a superindividual. Some say Musk can take responsibility because he's rich, reversing cause and effect. He didn't start taking responsibility because he was rich. Every corrected decision and act of responsibility built his wealth. Money is a society's certificate of trust, awarded after right decisions and owning the consequences. A lever forms between humans and AI. Choice is the fulcrum, AI's execution, the arm, and responsibility, the force. This lever will democratize the Musk model, spawning more super individuals as AI magnifies execution power. Humanity now competes solely on whose fulcrum choice is steadier and whose force responsibility is heavier. In AI's early days, you needn't be Elon Musk, but you must swiftly forge a pivot of personal value, shifting from replaceable executors to irreplaceable owners. I call it MVR, minimum viable responsibility. This has 3 levels. We are reality's gatekeepers. However, perfect AI's output, it must pass our line-by-line review and our signature. We sign not a name, but credibility. And we tell the world, I verified this. I stand behind it. After gatekeeping, we must be prophets. AI fits the past. We sense the future. I tied our bets to the plan, 70% sure, 30% ready to fail. Each bet and review tempers our understanding, forging sharper instincts for the next horizon. AI craves order and convergence. Our mission: embrace chaos, hunt missing data, untangle human dynamics. When others retreat, we raise our hands. Our value lies not in volume processed, but in the steady pile of absurd edge cases no prompt can frame. Through relentless practice, and mastery of complexity. We cease being cold, interchangeable interfaces. We become trusted supernodes, each with a ledger of credit and the power to decide. The organization will evolve into a responsibility container, existing solely as a legal and capital entity to bear the physical costs and unlimited liabilities. No individual could shoulder for these supernodes. I've done my best to present a clear business picture of the emerging AI native era, yet I must ask, is everything I described merely a consistent fantasy or a tangible, rapidly approaching future? To verify this, I'll reveal Tanka's core processes, my AI native startup, through an in-depth log series. I'll reveal our logic, blueprint, and the debates that decide our survival. Witness or future partner, come and watch how we use AI to pull ourselves from the old era's mire. If I succeed, this becomes the era's definitive survival model. If I fail, it's a hard-won lesson for those who follow. Either way, I go fully public and accept complete responsibility for any failure.